A concerned parent in Ontario got in touch with us about something she received called the Student Identity Survey. It's a questionnaire being carried out by her local school board. Here's the skinny verbatim quote. At the Near North District School Board, we are committed to creating safe and positive spaces that respect and celebrate diversity for all our students. In order to do this, we must better understand the diverse identities of our students. To help us in this work, we are excited to announce that later this month, we will launch our first Student Identity Survey, end quote. Now, evidently, the ostensible policy reason for the survey is to help the board and its schools identify and respond to barriers to student success, inclusion, and well-being. And questions will pertain to such subjects as race and ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, and of course, gender identity. Still, what does such demographic info have to do with learning the ABCs? And check out this line, quote, the student survey is confidential while not anonymous, end quote. Huh? Now, I reached out to the Near North District School Board. I discovered while this board is keen to create a database about all the students enrolled in its schools, this board is far less keen in sharing information about why it needs such a database. When I contacted the chair, Jay Aspin, it was explained to me that he's a very busy educrat, so I was passed along to Information and Communications Officer Margaret Knott. Miss Knott promised to have an expert get in touch with me ASAP, and then she went back to eating her ham sandwich or something. More than a week ticked by, and all I received from the Near North District School Board was radio silence, so I started emailing the incredibly busy Mr. Aspin again. What's the deal with the unofficial census, I wanted to know. Well, here's his response verbatim, quote, comments are pretty simple in Canada and certainly with our region. We live in a multicultural environment as much of our strength is in diversity. Our board respects all cultures attending our public school system. Clearly, in order to better understand the educational needs of our students, we need to know who they are and what their background is so we can develop the most effective programming that fits their needs, end quote. So this means what exactly? A white boy learns differently from a black girl. A Muslim learns differently from a Jew. Homosexuals learn differently than heterosexuals. You know, I think cat is spelled C-A-T no matter who you are or what you identify as. I sought out yet more clarification to Mr. Aspin's jargon by asking the following questions. Number one, I'm curious why the multicultural background of your students is so important when it comes to elementary and high school learning. Surely math is math, i.e. 2 + 2 = 4, and will always equal 4. Why would the demographic information pertaining to your students have any impact on this? Number two, you mentioned that much of our strength is diversity. What exactly do you mean by this in tangible terms? Number three, you also state that your board respects all cultures attending our public school. Would that include respecting those persons in certain cultures that might not embrace Western values, i.e. equality of the sexes, freedom of speech, freedom of expression? And finally, number four, also, can you give me an example of an educational process being customized to better suit students' needs once your board somehow got to know its students better? Well, alas, Mr. Aspin isn't returning my emails anymore. And so it is that even though more than half of all Ontario grade 6 students failed math last year, the Near North District School Board seems to believe that it's far more important quantifying the ethnic, religious, racial, and sexual diversity of its student body than teaching little Johnny and little Janie the multiplication table. Your diverse tax dollars hard at work yet again, folks. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, the Rebel has a new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.